mercy. Boogie Woogie Man feel good. I'm telling my people, all my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss this one. They're gonna be ballers wanna climb the wall. Old times you believe blood gonna flow like wine. Woo, mercy. Boogie Man feel good. Yeah. See you, Jack. See you, 1 inch. And Bobby, I love you, brother. God bless everybody.
All right, we are back. Welcome to In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I'm the internet icon, handsome Jackie Jones, along with my right-hand man.
1-inch biceps, the power goat, the all-knowing 1-inch biceps. Excuse me.
No problem. And we are joined right off the bat, and I believe this is her first ever interview since she left the business decades ago. We are joined by the former valet of the Boogie Woogie Man. We have Big Mama with us. How are you doing tonight?
Ooh, baby, I feel good tonight, Jack. I've just been waiting for your phone call, honey. I want to hear your sweet voice. I saw your little pretty face on that internet, and I can't wait to give you a big old hug.
Oh, man. Now I can't wait for just a month away. We'll be at the FanFest.
Oh, baby, I am counting down the days. Big Mama is coming in looking better than Cher and leaving with who knows who.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, right. I haven't lost my touch, darling.
Excellent. No, it's just a month away, August 4th through 7th. This year it's Atlanta, Georgia. NWAlegends.com. You get all your ticket information. And what made you decide, to go out to conventions, since you haven't done one for so long?
Well, I kind of I never really got out of the wrestling. I just kind of took a break. I moved down to Florida, and my daughter was living here and was married with kids, and my son and I, Hanson and Jimmy, just decided, hey, we're coming down to be with family, and I started venturing out into other business ventures and got a lot of stuff cooking, and just kind of I kind of hooked up there at one point with Barry Darsow and became Big Mama the Highway Honey, his slave to the toolbox. But, that never, they did a lot of shows and stuff in Orlando. We were with Road Warriors, Ricky Steamboat, a real good lineup of guys, but it just never came into happening. And so I just kind of, did other things. And then I have a furniture store here in Vero Beach, Florida. So I have a full staff of employees that, they do the computers and all that. So I guess maybe I'm a little lazy on that. And my son came to me and he said, Mama, you need to get on Facebook. You need to reach out and touch some of your old fans and your friends. And I said, you know what? You're right. I do. So one of his little friends from Charlotte, North Carolina, big-time wrestling fan, Jamie Weatherly, had posted a picture. And I was looking, and I said, gee, I recognize those folks. And I got to looking, and it was Baby Doll and Ronnie Garvin and Tommy Young. Mm-hmm. And right away, I sent her a message, and she responded back, and she said, oh, my God, I found you after all these years. And I said, no, girlfriend, I found you. And a couple days went by, and she messaged me back, and she said, Big Mama, do you want to go to FanFest? I spoke with Greg Price, and he would love to have you. And I said, that would be so great. So I'm on my way, darling. I'm going to be dressed to impress, and I can't wait to go, and I'm so excited. Yeah. I just, thanks to Baby Doll, Nicola Roberts, and Greg Price, and I've never met Greg, and I'm just going to give him the biggest hug and kiss when I see him, because this is a blessing to me to get, back in touch with my family. It's an extended family I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah. Now, this will be our 6th year going to the FanFest. Go every year.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And even, you get to see the different fans again, and then you get to see all the different wrestlers. And a lot of the wrestlers say, it's good for them to catch up with the wrestlers they haven't seen for a while. Is that something you're really looking forward to?
Oh, yeah. It's like a big family reunion. I hear, last I heard, I think Jerry Lawler may be coming, Tommy Wildfire Ridge, Austin Idol, Uncle Ivan, just so many people. Nikita, golly, the lineup is incredible this year. Ted DiBiase, I just say, oh, my God, I can't wait to see these people. They're my family. Mm-hmm. That was my life for so many years, and it's just going to be so, so good. And to see my fans, I love my fans, and I just can't wait to reach out and touch them one more time.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you keep in touch with any of these people at all over the years?
No, not really. I really haven't. I just came down to Florida and I opened my furniture store, Felicia's Furniture. And if you want to check me out, Felicia'sFurniture.com. We ship worldwide. Got to plug that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working that for, like 13 years. I've had a big furniture business. And then I've been a spokesperson for, a couple of different lines of cosmetics. My son, he's not into, he's into the wrestling, but he chose a music career. And his best friend is part of the old 3-6 Mafia, Skinny Pimp from Memphis. And they're in the middle right now of recording something with Everybody Knows Ron Killings. And they're getting ready to do a big album. And he's a big hip-hop star. And we're hoping he's going to get signed here real soon. So they're in the middle of that. So I'm like the manager for all that. So I got a lot of irons in the fire, and between my business and the distribution company and 10 grandkids, a beautiful daughter, and a son-in-law, Big Mama is busy, baby.
Living up to the name. Let everybody know too. If you guys want to call in tonight and ask Big Mama a question, the number is 508-644-8503, and we actually have someone on the line right now. 606 area code. Who are you and where are you calling in from?
This is Linda Baker from Harlan, Kentucky.
All right. Do you have a question for Big Mama?
Yes, Big Mama. I'm glad you're getting back into wrestling. We've missed you down here.
Well, thank you, Linda. Actually, Kentucky is my hometown. You're not a long-lost cousin or anything, are you?
Sure am.
Really?
Oh, you are?
I sure am, and I'm glad you're getting back in.
You got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. I haven't heard from you in years. Oh, my word. This is awesome. So what would you like to know? Oh, my word.
I've been keeping up with every step you make.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. That's a scary thing. I know your background. You're the wild child of Harlan. Okay, right. What would you like to know?
I'd just like to know if you and Boogie Woogie Man might get back together.
Well, I never say never in anything in life. We were together many, many years, and that was the best years of my life. He blessed me with a wonderful son, and he did things for me that no one else has ever done, and I thank him for that. But, Big Mama's calendar is so full, and I've been so busy. That's something I really haven't thought a whole lot about. But I'll tell you one thing. When I first laid eyes on that man, I said, that's going to be my old man. And you know what? That happened. So if I ever put my head to it again, yeah, that's a great possibility. But right now, I'm a little busy for that. But who knows? You never know.
Yeah, when I heard you get back into the wrestling, I thought that might be going on.
Well, I appreciate it, and thank you so much. And you're going to have to get on my Facebook, Felicia Fanning, Fanning, and keep in contact with me so I know where you are.
I will. And
all right, thank you.
Thanks for calling in.
All right, bye.
But now you said when you saw...
That's wild.
Yeah, that's great. You were just joking. You're a long-lost cousin. It really is.
Wow, it's amazing. I'm telling you, the Internet and the way of life anymore it's a little scary sometimes, but it's so wonderful because I had lost touch with Nicola, and I probably thought, I'll never see her again, and now we're chatting every day, and what are we wearing to FanFest, and how, God, she's bringing her daughters, I'm bringing my son. It's just an amazing thing. It's just amazing.
Yeah. The first time we talked to her was at the first FanFest we went to, and we kept in contact with her ever since, and every year we're there. We make sure to get a picture where we point to our head for the in your head secret symbol, and it's good times.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, and I saw you were at a horror convention or something. I saw your pictures on my Facebook. Looks like you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, there was
a lot of sexy, pretty women there.
Yeah, it was it was a lot more wild than I expected it to be
That's all right. Sometimes the wilder the better.
Yeah, and apparently some of the pictures I took, Facebook deemed they were a little too wild, and they deleted them.
Oh, okay, I got you. I can imagine. I can only imagine, Mr. Jack.
Right. But
yes.
I do have it. I have it all cut on video too, which they'll be up maybe this weekend.
Oh, okay. That'll be interesting, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Nicola, because she was the one who set this interview up, and I was really happy that she did that. It was cool of her. Were you friends with her, back in the NWA?
Well, Boogie and I lived in Charlotte, and I think Dusty did a match or something down in Texas. And next thing we know, Nicola showed up on the scene, and actually he made her baby doll, to my knowledge, and he actually gave me the name Big Mama and created, my character. And so she came on board, and then naturally he was feuding us against each other. And I remember I was watching some old tapes the other day, and I remember my first interview about her, and I was on Dusty's arm, and he said, Big Mama, tell me, what you going to do to Baby Doll? And I turned around and I said, I'm going to take her to the floor and scratch her eyes out. And we laugh about that, but that was a good ongoing feud we had going on for a long time. So, hey, everybody, we had fun, we made money, and we had a good time.
Yeah. Earlier, in the last call, you said that, when you saw Jimmy Valiant, you knew that was the guy you wanted to marry. What drew you to him?
Well, it was really funny, Jack, because I am from Kentucky, and I had two daughters, and they would go to my mom's for a couple weeks every year on vacation. And I could remember my dad going to wrestling when I was a little girl, but he would never let me go. He said, oh, no, too wild. They throw chairs and break bottles and, cut tires and all that. You can't go over there. And I was very young, and I said, okay, so I didn't really follow it. But then my brother took both my daughters to a wrestling match. And my oldest girl was, becoming a teenager, so she saw the good-looking guys with the muscles and the long hair, and they came back and they said, Mama, can you take us to a wrestling match? And I said, a wrestling match? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, yeah, whatever you want to do. And my daughter said, oh, yeah, they got some pretty guys. I said, oh, boy, here we go. Hormones are kicking in. But I owned a nightclub in Indianapolis, Indiana, and the wrestlers would come there and, drink and party after the show. They would come to the Indianapolis Coliseum once a month. And they kept telling me, they kept saying, Felicia, we got this guy we want you to meet. And I said, nah, not really. I'm not interested. And they said, oh, no, we got this guy, Handsome Jimmy. But he doesn't drink, and he doesn't smoke, and he doesn't go to bars. And I'm thinking, oh, God, how boring, right? And I said, okay, but he's got to come see me. So they finally twisted my arm. My curiosity got the best of me. And they finally twisted my arm, and I met him, and they invited us to a wrestling show, and I took my kids, and he came strutting out, because I met him very briefly, and he came strutting out with that jacket on, and then when he came to the ring, he was prancing like a stallion with that belt on his back, and I looked at my friend, and I said, you know what? That's my next old man. They said, oh, my God, the bleached hair got to you. I said, no, that's how it's going to be. So pretty much 2 or 3 days later, we hooked up, and we were never apart for, almost 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just an amazing thing. It was kind of like love at first bite. Oh, God. What memories, huh?
Oh, yeah. I was just wondering, how long was it till you started to be as, valet on TV?
It was a little while because my son was probably, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 years old. He had just started kindergarten, so he was probably about 6. And we used to have, I know you know who Black Bart is. Mm-hmm. Black Bart and his wife Bonnie, they would babysit from time to time while we went to different shows, and we went to Japan and stuff. But it's all good. And then he came home one day and he said, Mama, and I said yes, and he said, I want to talk to you about something. And I said, what's that? And he said, Dusty's got a little thing, a little gimmick he wants to do. And I said, what's that? And he said, we want you to be Big Mama. And I looked at him, I said, are you crazy? I'm not a big mama. And I was like 116 pounds, right? Mm-hmm. And he said, oh, you're big in the right places, baby, so go with it. We're going to make a ton of money, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And I looked at him, and I said, all right, I'm in. And that was the beginning, and it just it's been good ever since. So, I'm just very thankful to Boogie Woogie and Dusty Rhodes and Jim Crockett Promotions and my fans and what more can Big Mama say?
Now, were you smarting up to the business right away, or did you know what it was all about? Did you think it was all real, or what did you think about wrestling?
No, in the beginning, Jimmy didn't smarten me up, and I would take my girls, and he was a heel, and we would sit in the audience and stand up and clap for him and stuff, and then finally he took me to the side. He said, "Baby, look, don't do that because you're going to get hurt, because these fans are serious fans, and they're going to hurt you. I'm a big-time heel, and I got a lot of heat." And I said, "What's heat?" "Like heat's in the kitchen, right?" And he said, "Just sit there and mind your own business and act like you don't even know me." And we're all sitting there with Jimmy Valiant T-shirts on, right? Like, what a mark was I? But that didn't last too long. And then, I got hipped up to kayfabe and this and that, and it became my life. I got smart real quick.
Yeah. He said, he was a heel at the time. Did any of the fans ever, try to do anything to you or him when you guys were together?
Oh, my God. The stories I could tell would go on until God knows when. But when he was in Memphis with Jerry Lawler, I would say truly that was the hottest feud that I've ever known between a babyface and a heel, because Jerry was the king of Memphis, and Dad came in and, he just he rocked that Coliseum. Those fans, they would set the bathroom on fire a couple of times. He and I wasn't, working naturally, and he would say, he would have Paul Morton, the referee. He said, get Mama out the back door, and they would get me out, and he'd say, lay down in the back seat. And we would have somebody drive us in where they couldn't recognize the vehicle, but then they kind of got smart, because, fans are smart. The fans are geniuses. Mm-hmm. And I remember Ricky Morton taking us out one night, and they threw big rocks through the windshield, busted the windshield out, and, the flattened tires and a lot of stuff. It was very crazy. The heat with that feud between Lawler and Jimmy was incredible. It was an amazing thing. They packed the Coliseums night after night, month after month. Mm-hmm. And then we had this guy there in Memphis that was a big fan of Boogie's, and he opened up a candy store, and he called it Handsome Jimmy's Sweet Tooth. And they actually went over and threw rocks through the window and set the place on fire. That's how much of a heel he was and how much heat he had. Yeah, so it was kind of scary. I had my moments. Yeah, I really did. So it was crazy.
Did you have more fun in that part, or did you have more fun when you were the babyface?
I don't know. I like the thrill and the drama. I guess I'm a drama queen. But it was better once we had our son, that things kind of calmed down a little bit, because then, everybody wanted to see the baby, and they loved me and they loved him. And it just made life a little more smoother, and I didn't worry so much. Mm-hmm. But, fans can be crazy, but we love them.
Mm-hmm. Now, I just want to mention, because he's going to be at the FanFest too, is Ron Garvin. And I just want to know, was it his idea, or whose idea was it, and was he cool with it when he was Miss Atlanta Lively at Starcade 85?
You know what, Jack? I don't really know whose idea that was. All I know is Jimmy came home and he said, we got a pretty exciting thing going here, and he said there's going to be another woman involved, and Miss Atlanta Lively, and me, I'm a little ball of fire, and I said, well, who the what is Miss Atlanta Lively? I'm not going for this BS, and I ain't having this. And he said, just calm down, baby, it's all good. But you know what? He kept that from me. That they ribbed me for a long time about who Miss Atlanta Lively really was, almost up to the end. And then we started, doing the promos and stuff, and I said, something's funny, something's cooking in the kitchen, and I know something ain't right somewhere, because this chick is built really weird. But it was great. We had so much fun. We did.
Yeah,
it was just crazy.
I think I was just wondering, any fans out there when you're at the FanFest, if you could get a picture of him as Miss Atlanta Lively. I wonder what he'd think about if you asked him to sign it.
Well, you know what? I told Greg, in the beginning we were hoping that Boogie could come, but he had already had a commitment, and then August 6th is his birthday, so they're having a big party for him at his camp. So he wasn't able to make it, because we were going to try to reinvent that threesome and have Ron dress up in his garb with his wig. And then Ronnie said, "You think I can get Ronnie to wear the wig?" I said, "Leave it up to me, baby. I can convince him."
That'd been a hell of a photo op.
Yeah, and I told Greg, I said, I said a good idea is maybe if you can get a copy of the match when we had that match, and we could have that playing maybe at our table and have, because I'm wearing my original Big Mama outfit. The one on the profile picture, I still have it, and I can, believe it or not, still get into it. So that's a wonderful thing. And I said, let's get Ronnie dressed up in the wig, and the two of us, I think, can create a little bit of excitement.
Definitely. Now, I don't know if you want to answer this or not, but there's a lot of people in our chat room, and they're asking this. Brains, he wants to know, are they real?
Are these things real? I'm carrying around these two twin sisters.
Right.
Well, let me share something with you. I have had breast reduction. So does that tell you anything?
Right.
Yep, they're all mine. And my mama is just very well endowed. She's not a real big woman, but I got all the boobs in the family. My other two sisters are almost flat as a board, and I got lucky, And I said, well, thank God I'm blessed. But no, I've had to have breast reduction because they hurt my back so bad. I got, tired of carrying them around all the time. And there's still, sometimes, it's a lot of weight to carry these babies.
I saw some of your current pictures on there, so it was looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I still try to look good. I do my best. I run 10 miles a day, and I work out, and I keep busy, and, always I'm busy with the kids, too. Between the businesses, I'm busy with, football, basketball. My little 11-year-old grandson, Daniel, his team just finished second in the nation with AAU basketball. And my other grandson Scott's 16. He's with Vero Beach varsity football. So it's just everybody's always into something, sports. And so I stay busy. I try to stay fit. I'm healthy, and I think I still look pretty darn good. So I'm still kicking,
Yeah. No, some other people that's going to be at the FanFest, and this is a guy that some people really like and some people don't like. And just wonder what you thought of Ole Anderson.
I remember Ole from back in the day, and Ole was always very nice to me. Actually, I always thought he was pretty sexy looking. So, I don't know Ole that well, but he was one hell of a performer, and, I think he's great. I mean, it's business.
He's always one of the nicest guys at the FanFest. Every year he's sitting in the lobby talking to the fans pretty much the whole weekend.
Who is there?
Ole. Every year. Yeah, every year he's in he stays in the lobby and talks to fans all weekend.
Well, I think that's great. I look forward to seeing him. I really will. I saw some pictures, from 2008 and 2010, the FanFest and the table photos and stuff, and that just warms my heart because I haven't seen these people in so long, and a lot of them have changed drastically. Some of them still look pretty darn good. But all in all, hey, it's time and it's history and it's called life. Right.
Ron Garvin, he looks pretty much the same as he did.
Ronnie looks the same. I saw Ronnie and Buddy Landell. DiBiase doesn't look like he's changed that much. Austin Idol. I see Austin still got the blonde hair going on and had the sparkly shirt. And I go, there you go, guy. We were good friends with him and his wife. And I did send him a message, but I never heard back from him, so I'm looking forward to finding out what's going on with him. But, Nick still looks great. I mean, she doesn't really change, and I just think that's awesome.
Van here in the chat room, he want to know if you read Jimmy Valiant's book, and if you did, what did you think of it?
I read some of it. I can't really criticize it because I'm not ever going to say anything really bad about him. But what I really didn't like about it was the whole chapter of Our Life. He left that out, and I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he did that. He's a funny man. He keeps to himself pretty much, and he's got another woman in his life, and I know I scare her. She doesn't want me around, that's for sure. And that's all good. I respect that. But, I was a big part of his life, and he didn't write about that, but that's okay because I'm getting ready to write a book, and I will definitely include the chapter of our life in my book.
Yeah.
And because it is my life, and I think if you're going to write the history of your life, write about your entire life, not just the pieces that you choose.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if you...
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you know the exact numbers or anything, but I was just wondering when they would do matches where, it was a few times throughout his career that he had his hair cut or his beard cut off, would he get a big payoff when he would agree to do that?
Well, we all get paid for, whatever we do, the business. But the money's not like it is today. That's all I can say. But we all got a payday for everything that happened, whether it was win, lose, look good, look bad, whatever. It's just business. And, he was the man of the house, and he managed the money. So I don't know what happened there. But I know, when I did the thing with Paul Jones, I know we made a lot of money. So I guess that's how it's based.
Yeah. That was Starcade 86, and with YouTube now, people that weren't around back then or want to relive it, you can watch it now. It's up there, and there's were you a fan of that whole match and all the build up, all the vignettes to it?
For the what now?
Like all the vignettes and the match itself. Did you think that went well? Yeah.
What was Starcade?
Yeah, the one with Paul Jones versus Jimmy Valiant and when your hair was on the line.
Right, that was Starcade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that went well, because, they feuded for 3.5 years with, Crockett Promotions, and he went through the thing, Paul shaved his head and then shaved his beard and then, took the Manny Fernandez Raging Bull thing, they were best friends and that went sour, and there were a lot of things that happened that led up to it. And then, I remember Paul coming on and saying, Valiant, I've taken everything from you. I've taken your beard. I've taken your hair. I took your blood, Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull. But now I'm going to take something from you that you're not going to like, and that's the love of your life, Big Mama. I'm going to take the hair off her head. And then, he came home and told me, and I said, hell no. I'm not going for that,
Right.
And he said, well, buy a wig. And I said, well, whatever. And then my mama lives in Kentucky, and, anything that's said, she thinks that's the gospel. So then Paul got on the TV on the Saturday interviews and the promos and stuff and had a big picture of me with my head bald, with the skull cap on, and showed it and said, this is Big Mama, the bald-headed geek. And my mom called, she said, oh, my God, honey, what have they done to you? I said, Mama, nothing, nothing. But it was crazy, and it's just, I love her to death. She's 86 years old, but she believed everything that was said. But anyway, it's all good, and Starcade was great, and, I came out with my hair and a big fat paycheck, so all is good.
Yeah, definitely. No, I believe you're going to be part of the Hall of Heroes at the FanFest.
Well, I'm going to be at the dinner. I'm not being inducted into the Hall of Heroes, but I am going to be at the dinner and have my table, and I got a dress to die for, and my goodness, I'm telling you, it is the most incredible dress. And I talked to Doll, and I said, I don't know if it's a little over the top or what, but I'm coming in like better than Cher. And she said, honey, you do your thing because it's our time to shine, and it's our time to dress up and look pretty. So that's exactly what I plan to do. Yeah,
it's always a lot of fun, and if people don't know, if you get your ticket to the FanFest at NWAlegends.com, you can also get your ticket to the Hall of Heroes, if there's any left, and you get to sit with, you get to choose, different legends, and they do it, like about 4 or 5, I think about 5 people at per table with the legend, and
right,
get your
that's
picture
what it
with
looks
them.
like. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Last year we get to sit with Terry Funk, and was one of the highlights of the show for me.
What a legend, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw him, and Dory's going to be there. So yeah, that's wonderful.
Mm.
I mean, I'm so excited. It is what it is, and I'm looking forward to it, and I've got the word out here. I've got fans coming from Charlotte, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. There's people that are pulling in the van. They're getting everything lined up. I think they're going to order their tickets this next week. And like my next door neighbor owns an antique shop in our plaza, and she's got like 6 people. They're renting a van, and they're all coming. So it's wonderful. The president of my fan club from Charlotte, Glenn Hensman, he's coming. My old chauffeur, Marty Yetzberg from Gaffney, South Carolina, he actually has an internet radio thing, ccoldies.com, and he's doing very well with that. I did a live interview not too long ago for that, advertising FanFest. And man, I mean, he said, Mama, he said, the wall lit up. There were people from Iraq and China and everywhere calling. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was a good feeling. Yeah, it was a real good feeling. Yeah, It wasn't a one-on-one. He and I spoke just like you and I are. But these people, I mean, it was just amazing. So hopefully we have the best FanFest Greg has ever had.
And again, we have all the information right on the website. You go to nwalegends.com, get all your ticket information. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Oh, I appreciate it, and I want to just reach out to my fans and to you and everybody there at the station. Join me on Facebook, and that's Felicia Fanning, Fanning, and let's keep in touch with each other, and check out my furniture store, Felicia'sFurniture.com, and I'll keep you informed on my son's happenings. He's coming to FanFest with me, and we're just looking so forward to everything.
Awesome. We'll have fun meeting you.
Oh, nice to meet you. And just wait, I'm going to give you a big old hug and a kiss when I see you.
Oh, man, we have to have the camera ready for that.
Oh, yeah, camera ready, baby, always.
And I hope Facebook doesn't delete any of these pictures.
You hope what?
I hope Facebook doesn't delete any of these pictures.
No, they won't. We won't allow it. We might just bring these bad babies out. Oh, God.
They'll be exclusive to the site then.
I hear you. Well, I appreciate you having me, and, God bless everybody there, and just, I can't wait to meet Greg, and everybody says he's such a wonderful, wonderful man, and I'm just looking so forward to it. It's going to be a good time, and I invite everybody to come, and, hey, I always do my part, I love everybody, and I just thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Can we just keep you here for a second?
Welcome. Sure.
Let's see, boogie, man, feel good. I'm telling my people, all my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss this one. They're going to be ball this wall, climb the wall. Old times, you believe blood's going to flow like wine. Woo, mercy. Boogie, man, feel good. Yeah. See you, Jack. See you, 1 inch. And Bobby, I love you, brother. God bless everybody.